Welcome to the Orange Twist, your 10-minute shot of insight to shake up your thinking on leadership, culture, and change. Hosted by Giovanna D'Alessio, Master Certified Coach. Episode 14, The Untaught Skill of Teaming. We say we value teamwork. We build teams, run team buildings offsites, and even appoint team leads. But as most professionals, when were you taught how to team? Not manage, not collaborate, not coordinate, but team as a verb, as a real-time practice of co-creation, emotional risk, and shared presence. Teaming isn't a structure. It's not a role. It's a relational capacity. And most of us were never taught how to build it. We mistake politeness for teaming. We mistake alignment for connection. We confuse avoiding conflict with being collaborative. But real teaming is different. It's dynamic, messy, and powerful. It's the ability to move with others in complexity without losing yourself. It's the skill of being in difference without collapse, of allowing creative tension without turning it into interpersonal drama. Let's get clear. Teams are not born when you assign a group of people to a shared task. Teams are born when people choose to become present to each other. Let me tell you about two teams that I've worked with. Team A is a project team in a fast-scaling tech company. Highly competent individuals, each one sharp and ambitious. But in meetings, they hesitate. Decisions are delayed. No one wants to offend. There's a quiet undercurrent of competition masked by smiles. And when conflict arises, people withdraw or escalate. The leader is exhausted, trying to mediate everything. And then there's Team B, is in a healthcare organization. They serve in a high-stakes, emotionally demanding environment. Their meetings aren't always smooth, but they're alive. People challenge each other. They bring in their emotional reactions, not to blame, but to learn. They check assumptions. They check in with each other. The work is hard, but there's trust. So what's the difference? Team B has learned how to team. They've built the muscle of staying connected while disagreeing. They've learned how to pause instead of react. To say, I'm not sure I agree, but help me understand. To get curious instead of defensive. This is not soft stuff. It's advanced leadership practice. And it requires a foundation, psychological safety. Amy Edmondson defines it as a belief that the team is safe for interpersonal risk-taking. But that's not just about being nice, it's about being real. It's the safety to ask for help, to say, I don't know, to challenge a flawed assumption, to show up human. And safety isn't declared. It's felt. It's built over time, and it's rebuilt in every interaction. Let's go deeper. One of the reasons teaming is so rare is because we have over-indexed on individual performance. We train leaders to shine, to stand out, to be right. But teaming requires the opposite muscle, making space, letting go of ownership, trusting the collective. Not just tolerating difference, but being curious about it. In high-functioning teams, you will hear phrases like, can you say more about that? Or, I hadn't thought it this way. Or even, I see something different, but let's explore. These phrases signal a shift from certainty to inquiry, from being right to being real. So, what does it take to team well? First, we need to shift from performance to presence. Teaming isn't about looking competent. It's about being responsive. The next time you feel the urge to sound smart or to have the right answer, pause, get present. Ask yourself, what does this moment really need from me? Second, we need to surface the unspoken. Behind most team breakdowns is an unspoken truth, a question never asked, a tension never named. Practice saying what's in the field. I sense we are avoiding something. Or, I notice I'm holding back. Anyone else? That kind of courage can unlock the room. And third, we have to learn to stay in difference without disconnection. Great teams don't avoid conflict. They learn to navigate it. That means holding competing truths, listening beyond agreement, being willing to change, and being willing to hold your ground. Fourth, we need to normalize emotional intelligence. Feelings are data. When team members can name what they're feeling, like I'm frustrated, or this is exciting, or I feel stuck, the group can respond to what's actually happening, not just what's been said. Emotional clarity fosters collective intelligence. And fifth, we need to use silence strategically. Silence isn't absence, it's space. Before making a decision or responding to tension, try pausing. Let the group breathe. You'll be surprised how much emerges in the quiet. And finally, we need to invest in repair. All teams rupture. What matters is how they repair. When something breaks, trust, safety, or communication, it needs to be addressed directly. Don't let it fester. A simple, hey, I think we missed each other there. Can we talk? Can reset the field. Let me invite you into a short reflection. Think of a time when your team felt fully alive. What made that possible? What was said or not said that opened the door to real collaboration? Think of a time when it felt stuck. What was withheld? What was avoided? And now ask yourself, what's one small risk that you could take today to bring more presence, more curiosity, and more connection into your team? Because teaming isn't a title, it's a choice. One that we make moment by moment, breath by breath. Teaming isn't just a skill. It's a way of being. It's leadership, shared, distributed, alive. I am Giovanna D'Alessio, and this is the Orange Twist. And thank you for being the kind of leader who dares not just to direct, but to team again and again. Let's keep twisting. If this episode stirs something in you, subscribe to The Orange Twist, your weekly shot of insight on leadership, culture, and change, served with a twist. So join me next time for another fresh pour of perspective.